Okay, so today I'm going to give you a brief background on my fitness journey, how I started and how I got into the position I'm in now. This all started, I've always been into sports, but I was never particularly genetically blessed. I used to play rugby when I was probably 15, 16, 17 to a reasonable standard, and sports was always something I was very passionate about. And that drove me into the gym initially, and I remember the first time I went and trained in the gym, I did every single machine they had in the gym. I did about 3 or 4 hour workout, and then I went to KFC, bought a family bucket, and bought literally everything that was in there, and then felt very sick. And then the next day I was very, very sore. So that's not what to do, kids, when you first start the gym. Looking back now, when I very first started, I can see how many mistakes I was making. It's crazy. And if I could have the knowledge I have now, 15 years ago, I'm nearly 30, that's scary, then God knows how much further in terms of my physique would have improved. But everything in life happens for a reason. You get to a certain point, so you learn more about yourself and the process involved. So from leaving school, I went in to become a personal trainer because fitness was always my passion, what I love doing. Albeit my knowledge at the point wasn't particularly great. I was 18, 19, I was a qualified personal trainer, did all the qualifications, I was training myself. I was a phenomenally strong kid naturally. I could squat 4 plates pretty easily, so 180 kilos when I was 18, 19. Just from my sporty background, I was strong. I didn't look great, I was a bit soft, I was never particularly lean because I could never get the nutrition side of things dialed down. So from there I was PTing for about a year. So if you're in the UK, you will have heard of the gym group. So I was in one of the first gym group gyms in the UK called in Guildford. So I worked there for about a year, and then I went to go and do a ski season because, and not random fact, I'm actually a qualified ski instructor. So I went and worked for a ski season in France for 4 to 5 months in teens in France. Had an absolute blast of time, absolutely loved it. And then when I came back, I decided that I didn't necessarily want to go back into personal training. Why? Because at the time, the clientele I was training weren't necessarily the type of clients I was looking to work with, weren't perhaps as serious as I was, and I was finding it difficult to try and really be successful within the business, probably, to be honest with you. So from there, what I did when I was about 19, 20, I went into the estate agency, real estate world, as Americans will call it. I worked in property sales and property rentals. So from there, I literally blossomed. So my professional career in terms of the corporate world really took off. It turns out I was very good at selling, dealing with people, communication. That was something I was very, very good at. So within 2 years, I was managing a branch of an estate agent. So when I was about 22, 23. So I was suddenly in this position as a young guy where people are looking up to you for answers, and you have to naturally become the leader in a corporate workplace. So that constantly pushed me and made me level up in terms of my professional life. Now I did that career up until February of this year, where I made the change and then went full-time into my fitness business. So during this long period of 7-8 years when I was working in a estate agency, I was still training, still learning, and literally living and breathing what I was doing in terms of work, but then I was also keeping my fitness goals going alongside it. Now for the last 2.5 years, I really got serious with my training, and the real changing point for me where I like to talk to clients a lot about a trigger point where shit basically gets serious and you can suddenly see you have the potential to achieve whatever you want to achieve. And for me, that trigger point came when I first managed to get lean for a photo shoot. I realised that all these little bits of extra bits of shit you're adding into your diet, like a biscuit here, blueberries there, whatever, even if it's healthy food, that's what's stopping you getting lean and achieving the physique you're looking for. And as soon as I start to see progress, I could then warrant feeling a little bit hungry here and there and working a little bit harder to get the better results. So from there I got really lean, did a photo shoot, went superbly well. I then, as everyone does when you first initially get lean, I got really fat and it went really badly. I tried to dirty bulk afterwards, and I think I got up to about 108 kilos. Bear in mind I'm 96 now and I'm a lot more muscular than I was then. It wasn't a pretty 108 kilos. So from that point onwards, I then got back into cut down again. I managed to get the weight back off, and then I decided to do a show. So first show I did was Miami Pro, October I think the 11th, 2017, and that was an interesting experience. So first time on stage, I literally, the adrenaline from it, I've never found anything like it. Like the feeling of like walking out and like, I don't know, I can't even explain the rush from that. Initially it was insane. Was I shitting myself? Yes, 100%. Did that process teach me everything about myself? Yes, because I initially had never pushed myself that hard in my life. I was so over dieted and depleted, I could hardly even walk down the road, and I was working full time at this point, managing this branch of this estate agent. So anyone tells me you can't do it whilst you're working, I was working full time, training twice a day, managing to maintain a relationship somehow, and I eventually got to the end goal. I got myself into the condition I was looking for the stage, as you see on screen now. Was really, really happy. I was super shredded, and for me that was a massive achievement to get that ticked off the list. Now for that, me again, that was another trigger point in my mind where I was like, holy shit, I can literally achieve anything I want once I push myself this hard. And I love the feeling of achievement when you've progressed and you've done something that people said you never thought you could do, and you sort of doubted yourself you could do. So that was a massive achievement in itself. So from when I competed, after that, then again, I got super serious. I knew that I had potential to achieve what I wanted within the fitness industry. So again, started working relentlessly with different coaches, different people, just trying to acquire knowledge to improve my skill base, this is what I should have done when I was like 18, 19, 20, because that would have helped me level up massively. If you look at the photo now on the screen, you'll see what I looked like when I was like 18, 19, 20, and I was very green, naive. I look about 14. So it's interesting to look back now at that compared to where I'm at now. It's very, very interesting. And then I'll show you another photo from here on the screen from when I was 25, which is before when I was working these stages. So I was still training loads, but my diet wasn't spot on. And like as soon as I flipped that switch, got the diet spot on for the first time I got lean, that's when all the results started to come from there, and that's where everything started to improve for me in terms of my physique, my training, but also my life generally in terms of confidence. That's the big thing that I would take from this, because no matter who you are, you care about the way you look, and you're probably very self-conscious about how people necessarily look at you. Like, I don't give a shit what people think about me, but you still would care. You still care about the way people perceive you. So having that confidence in your physique and the way you look will carry over into other aspects of your life to make you more successful. So where are we? So after Miami Pro, I competed and started working with coaches, quite tons and tons of knowledge. And then I spent probably 6 to 8 months again trying to put on as much size as I could, build on my muscle mass, got a little bit soft and chubby again, cut the weight back off again for when I got married. So I dieted down for that summer, had an amazing wedding, awesome summer. Again, I was in the best shape of my life, so I was absolutely loving it. And again, gave me further momentum to realise, Jesus Christ, like you have an amazing skill set of knowledge now, and you can not only apply this to yourself, but you can also apply it to other people. Now at this point, I started to have lots of people reaching out to me, like because they'd seen the progress I personally made, asking for help. So I started working with friends, people in the same gym I trained at, and I started getting world-class results with them. Now from there, these like clients and friends of mine started posting their results, and more people were messaging me, asking me, "Oh, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me get in shape?" And that's where the CJ coaching business initially came from. It was demand. So I didn't go out there like trying to push myself out upon people. People came to me because I initially went to help people for free who were like friends or like guys at the gym that I knew who wanted advice. I'd help them with their training and their diet, help them level up, and then people could see how I was helping other people, and then they wanted to be part of what I was doing. So this for me has been a process that's built up over a period of time, and it's been an incredible experience. And I left my full-time job in February this year to pursue CJ coaching full-time, and I've learned more in the last 7 months, like in terms of knowledge of training, nutrition, everything, because I want to be the absolute best in the world at what I do. And that's why I'm steamrolling out like more transformations than anyone in the UK. Like the Shred 8 programs we're kind of running are phenomenal. So they're every 8 weeks, get incredible results with clients all over the world. Had the pleasure of going over to Houston, Texas to train with Eric Rodriguez recently. We've been all over the UK training, all over the UK and Europe training other clients who've won the program. So it's literally been an incredible experience. We're very, very blessed, and I'm still on the journey to try and keep learning. So point of this video for you guys, from me, is to make sure that the big thing that is going to separate you from achieving your goal is knowledge. And that's where you need to hire. I'm not saying to reach out and hire to me, or just find someone to get on knowledge from, whether you just follow them on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, whatever, make sure it's the right person who's not just giving you a load of spiel of bullshit, because there's some people out there who've got phenomenal genetics, they can do whatever they want and it'll work. Like, I am not genetically gifted, like, at all. I've had to be patient and tick the boxes and work out how to get myself into the position I'm in now and to try and keep leveling up. And that's essentially what you will need to do unless you're phenomenally genetically gifted. You have to learn, get the knowledge, and then apply the knowledge to get the results. So I hope this gives you a bit of an insight into who I am and what I do and where I'm from. For me, going forward for the next 12 months, again, I'm just looking to try and improve and maximise everything I do with my own personal physique. So I work with several different people in terms of learning from my own nutrition, supplements, health, and I'm also working a little bit with a guy who's helping with my training, like pushing me through training sessions to literally maximise everything I can out of every session. So I'm going to try and document as much of this as I can for you guys to see, follow my journey alongside, hopefully be inspiring for you guys, and then you can take as much from this as you can. So for me, it's trying to acquire knowledge to then share onto you guys to help you on your own journey, improve your lives, improve your training, and try and provide more positivity into the world. So hope you find this video helpful. Let me know your thoughts, drop me a comment below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button.